Oh.
Not necessarily on our end. Apparently Twitch is just straight up being derpy today.
Oh, yeah?
Ouch.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
Okay, well, I'm restarting us, so.
I see us.
And we're back.
We're back. Yay!
Hooray!
Yay.
So what is the last thing folks heard?
Yeah, because that matters.
What's the last thing y'all heard, chat?
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it was the beginning of Shogun's promise, or of Isaac's promise. So if you want to just start at your promise, that's probably the best spot from what it looked like for me.
Yeah.
I would
I
make a good
promise.
ductus because.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
I
yeah.
would be good ductus because I will. Oh wait, I forgot what I said for that one. I remember the promise. No. I will be a good ductus because I will pay any price to complete this mission. And I promise that I will uphold any command given to us by Cain by whatever way that he will speak. I win the game. Gianna did not follow the rules. She broke the rule to state why she would be a good ductus on her last point.
But she did say it previously. Does she need to say it every single time?
That is the rules.
Sorry.
Was it?
Let me see. You add a
When
point
you
and
get
state a
one.
reason. Oh, interesting.
I win.
Loopholes.
Diana?
Might
What
I
do you
state
say?
it now, and we be tied.
I will allow it. This is interesting.
I would make a good ductus because of my knowledge of the Sabbat, its history, how it has worked over a longer period of time. My knowledge of the rites, things of my specialty, will lead us to follow Cain's instructions the best. My promise, again, yeah, since I'm restating, I'll add this as well. My promise will be to have input from each member of the pact, not to make any decision alone. For a pact is a family that has to work together. Yes, pact. It must work together. And so everyone's input must be taken. Do you
Well,
accept a tie?
As I snap another finger.
Ooh.
I had snapped my 2 earlier.
You did.
well then. In the event of a tie, I must make a decision. And I'm going to hearken back to the rule that Isaac made. The 2 of you shall dance in the sun. Whoever lasts the longest is the winner.
I'll pull you in if you start to die.
We should do the cutting preemptively.
I take out my knife.
I lay my hand down next to Gianna's.
I take Isaac's hand first, and then hand it to him.
Well,
Take
okay,
it out
so
his hand.
hang on.
Yeah.
Because, so there are going to be a couple of things that are going to happen here. One, when you get your hand cut off, you're definitely going to need to make a rouse check. But additionally, I'm going to need...
That would be an aggravated point of damage.
Yeah, it's also going to be correct. So hang on. Okay, so Isaac. Yeah,
Anyone
so
hunger?
yeah, you get hungry from that. and also add an ag to your sheet, please.
Okay.
So when adding an aggravated damage to your sheet, wait, hang on one sec, as we're all learning the system. So you will see on your health bar there are red boxes that are equal to your stamina plus composure. I think no, it's stamina plus 3 plus any dots and fortitude that you have. When you click on the farthest right dot, it'll go between /X and blank. An aggravated damage is an X and takes longer to heal than a bashing. Or superficial, I think is what they call it, bashing damage.
Quick question. Your fortitude is also added to that?
Yes, your dots and fortitude are added to your health.
So somebody's happier.
Oh, yes, I am.
Right. So during the hand cutting off process, I will put a bowl underneath the hands to catch blood.
Gianna, surprisingly, does not bleed very much.
Weird.
Well,
I've just had
he was
words.
going to waste. Hands the bowl to Eddie.
I have all the... What am I supposed to do with this? Is this part of the ritual?
It's
Organ.
cannot blood. It's for your
Organ.
food.
He needs to eat.
I need organs.
Right.
Can you turn it into a liver?
There needs to be
Can
more
I?
stem cell
Can you?
research.
Wait, yeah, because you actually have some weird
That's a really good question.
Can you?
Could he?
Is a blood clot considered an organ?
I will only answer the question once you've tried it in game.
Ah.
Yeah, he's going to try and at least turn part. Well, actually, yeah, he'll try and turn that pile of blood into an organ.
Swish, swish, swish,
Okay.
swish,
Kind of
swish.
organ.
What is your method?
Utilizing his medical knowledge, creating what would be the easiest thing to create? Probably a kidney.
Okay. What are you using? Just the blood?
Let's see, blood. I have some leftover muscle, viscera, and things of that nature over on the table there. So, can amalgamate a kidney out of all that. And it's going to have a core of canite blood to it.
Okay.
The stream can't see this, but Throck's face is hilarious, right?
All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to... okay. So it's a rouse check to use your vicissitude.
Yes.
And then you're going to give me, I think it's what? Vicissitude plus medicine?
Okay. Yes. Well, what am I? I'm going to use fleshcraft, I guess.
Yeah.
Dex med.
Yeah.
Okay.
Situation. What a weird roll.
Is any bonuses from surgery or sculpt? Oh, never mind.
No, you have literally never done anything
No
like this
idea.
before.
Oh crap!
Okay.
Oh!
Wait, no.
So that...
I see head shaking. Why?
That is not a bestial failure. It would say
Okay.
failure and then the
Yeah.
beast.
Why does
Ah.
it just say the beast?
Yeah, that's
Because the person who made this is wrong. Just because you roll a 1 on a hunger dice does not mean you have a bestial failure.
Okay.
Okay.
oh.
All it means you would need to roll at least all failures, and then one of your hunger dice must also be a 1. You did not fail
Okay.
the roll unless there is no trigger for bestial failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 6 successes.
Yeah. So you successfully make a bloody, mushy paste. Your attempts to bind it together don't work all that well. It's what you create is something sort of like almost like a sausage, like the innards of a sausage. Yeah.
Blood sausage.
What sausage?
Oh,
It's ground up in organy.
yeah.
Interesting.
It's vaguely like it mostly holds its shape. It's a little floppy.
I'm gonna
It's a
try eating it.
floppy.
Okay. Assuming that we have 2 points of blood. Sure. So you could gain 1 point back.
Oh. Of hunger?
Yeah, I'll say you get half of whatever was put into it.
This is not sustainable because we have to give up blood, and so does Ivan.
Not
So
every
it's not
time.
sustainable, but it is interesting.
Yeah.
If we can find something else.
Better than him cannibalizing us.
Question.
Yeah.
There is a risk of bloodbond.
Yep. I didn't need you to... I was trying to keep that quiet.
Sorry. Okay.
Slink back into your hole.
Burn.
So I eat it.
What happens between two friends and a blood sausage?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
This is both of their blood, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
two
You can be
bloods?
bloodbound to multiple people.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. I like
That's
that.
good.
Eddie doesn't know what it means. Whatever.
Yeah. You feel positively disposed more so than before to both Gianna and to Isaac. And I know that there's a role involved and whatnot, but I'm just moving forward right now.
It's fine.
So I'll step outside.
As will I.
I'm just gonna lean on the truck.
So
Not
after
get any blood on it.
after the time involved in making our weird little blood sausage, the sun is now rising.
I have a question.
In
How
game or
are
out
we
of game?
going in game?
Okay.
How are we going to be able to tell who wins or if they're dying? Because we can't necessarily watch, can we? Like, won't we as well burn?
Which way is the sun rising? Up behind the motel, or in front of it?
Sorry. It's rising in the direction that you had walked to go to the construction site. No.
Okay.
Hang on. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, then I was right. So it's coming from the direction that the hotel, like it's parallel to the hotel. So
side on.
Yeah, the hotel faces south.
Okay, so it's going to come from the right to the left, basically.
Yeah.
Theoretically, they could observe us.
Yes.
Okay.
We will be able to watch from, let's see, that window there, the farthest window.
I would like to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
I have a game question, a game rules question.
Yeah.
Was what I drank considered a rouse check's worth of blood, or was it only like a little bit?
No, so
You gain a point of hunger back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not considered a rouse check's worth of blood, because I have an ability that has to do with drinking a rouse check's worth of blood. Directly from the user. I think that's different.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a rouse check's worth of blood because any blood point is a rouse check's worth of blood.
Yeah.
But it is not directly from
But
you.
it was like diddled and bizarre. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. That is weird language in the book, but yes.
Yeah. I couldn't figure it out. But all right. So I'm gonna be ready. Like where is this gonna happen? Where are you gonna be doing this? Right outside?
Parking
Right out
lot.
front?
Yeah. Just like
Listen to me. I know we're doing this game, and I know you both want to be king of the castle. Don't go too far. I'll be able to drag you back in here, but I won't be able to last too long out there either. I'll probably be able to last longer than you, but not too long. All right? So don't go impressing anybody running out to the street, because if you're dead, you're useless to us endgame. Does that make sense?
True.
I never said I wanted to win.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Go dance in the sun, and I'll pull you back when you're dead, maybe. You sure tried hard enough.
It's a vite.
Well,
I'm
Isaac,
trying as hard as I can.
I understand.
or Isaac, your rule was first that hands must go. So she holds up her hand.
Yeah.
Gross.
I'll just fling it out as far as I can out into the parking lot.
Yeah, I do the same.
They skip a little bit, and then plop. Eddie's lands palm up, and
Isaac's
lands palm up, and Gianna's lands palm down. And they both just sit there for a moment, until they burst into flames and then rapidly turn to ash.
All right, so Ivan, Roxy, and Eddie are up in the room watching, right?
I am, yes.
Or is Eddie down below to get close?
I'm right by. I'm by the door, and I want to make sure if I can pull them back into an area that will not have sun. If there's a closet, if there's anything, that's where I'm going to throw all of us. But essentially, I'm just like waiting at the edge to run out, and if one of them passes out, I'm going to grab them and drag them back in.
Okay.
All right, so one, Ivan wants to make sure Sebastian is up in that room as well, because he's going to need to have conversations. Two, Eddie is right below us, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, and the other two are farther off.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Just quietly enough for Eddie to hear. My final rule, no helping the tiebreaker.
We're going to lose one. All right.
So in the parking lot, I'm going to turn to Gianna. I must perform Ulrite to the best of my abilities. But I don't want to win. You'd better beat me. And then I'm going to sit on the hood of that truck and wait.
Well, the truck has a bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a bed in the truck?
Yeah, it's a pickup truck.
I'm double checking and making sure. Gianna will climb in there. She kind of has a shawl. All right, this one's tied. Hold on. She has a little bit of a shawl. She's going to just wrap it around her head. And pose.
Okay. So
I'm just waiting essentially for the sun.
Oh, it's there. So okay, so here's the way this is gonna work. And I was just double checking the book to see if it said anything about intentionally staying out. And I didn't really see much.
We're just gonna treat it as fire.
Oh no! So you're gonna take a round. You're gonna take one aggravated damage every round. You're also gonna need to make a rot Shrek test every round.
That's what I meant. Treat it as fire, like to stay away.
Yeah.
I just realized a thing, and so I have to do it because I need to perform to my best. So I get off the hood of the truck, I walk over, and I grab Gianna by the throat, and I'm going to drag her and throw her back into the lobby.
Oh, nope. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Yay, combat. All right.
What a team we are.
No, that's fine. I get to learn all these rules all at the same time.
I have a question, though.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Doesn't that mean that he loses because he just helped?
Nope, I'm not helping.
Yeah.
I'm making her lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's an excellent loophole.
Okay, so we need to figure out who goes first. Is there initiative? I don't think so.
Yes. Well, there can be. It depends. So technically, if you want to go by the easy rules, all melee happens at the same time, and it's all opposed tests. If you
I
want
have
to,
discipline though.
hang on.
Hang on.
If you want to do initiative, it would be Dex and the whoever has the higher Dex plus Composure score.
Okay. I'm not going to do that this time. We're just going to do it as opposed rolls. So, Shogun, you say your action, so you're going to be attempting to. That's going to be Brawl and Dex, or Brawl and Strength, rather.
Strength, definitely, for the like grip
and then,
with the one arm I have.
Yeah, and then Portia, what is your action?
I'm going to compel him to stand still.
Okay, and you're doing that how?
Compel.
Okay, so you're using your dominate?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So I want each of you to the roll for your dominate should be listed under the discipline.
It's charisma discipline, and I have, in theory, I should just be able to roll it because I think I set it up right.
Okay.
Do I have any modifiers?
So I want you to. What? Do you have any modifiers? No. So I want.
I'm just verifying.
Yeah. Does it require a rouse check?
If some of the like mind control powers had some kind of disadvantage or penalty against other vampires, I don't know if this is one of those, but because I
no, it does not.
You are of a lower generation, and therefore it does not have a disadvantage against you. I just checked to make sure.
Yep.
And all this requires is eye contact and no rouse check. No rouse check. And being that he's coming at you with his 50 poos.
Is the shawl over her face?
No.
Okay.
No, I just had it over my head.
Yeah. Okay. So Isaac got 3 successes, so roll your dominate. 4 successes. Okay, so here's what happens. Isaac walks over to Gianna, puts his hand out to try to grab her by the throat, and Gianna, say what you would say.
Stand still.
Okay. So, Shogun, what would you do? You've been told to stand still.
I will. I mean, I got no other option other than just trying to force of will past it, if that's possible.
Not at the moment. So, first round is done. Each of you takes 1 aggravated level of damage. And I also need you to each make a Rot Shrek test, which is going to be willpower and composure, I believe.
It is just willpower.
Oh, just willpower? Okay, so...
and it is by book difficulty 4, but it's up to you.
Yeah, each of you roll willpower.
I need to check a thing. We have a thing. Not rules for...
Yeah, but you didn't do a fire dance or anything.
No.
Yeah, we
have because of inhumanity. 2 die advantage to resist terror frenzy checks related to fire.
Yeah.
Does that apply?
Okay.
It does.
That...
Depending on the level. So what level of inhumanity are you at?
4. So I get 2 dice.
I need to...
Let me double check it.
So this would be a house rule, and that matters for setting precedent for everyone else. Fire Frenzy and Sun Frenzy are different.
Okay.
Fire is a different trigger than Sun, and so it's up to Ben if he wants to make that ruling, but
hang on,
I want to make sure that...
get back down to it so I can double check.
Very, very last page of the entire book.
Yeah.
I'm also at 4 in humanity, by the way.
So it says to resist terror frenzy specifically, so that would include both. Oh no, terror frenzy. No, stop. Terror frenzy checks related to fire. So no, it does not apply here.
Okay. So my roll stands.
Yeah. So whatever you. So you're making the roll straight.
I did my willpower straight.
Okay.
What was the roll again, though?
Just willpower.
Just willpower.
Just willpower.
So under your willpower, there's just the willpower roll.
Resolve. Willpower. There. Oh, I see now.
Right there. Yeah, it's right next to your health. Yep.
Damn.
Critical hit.
Okay. Now, Sean, I don't believe that there's a way for them to, or sorry, Throck, I don't believe that there's a way for them to like burn a willpower to re-roll anything, is there?
Yes, there is. You may spend a temporary willpower and take a superficial willpower damage to reroll any 3 failed dice that are not hunger dice.
So, Gianna, you could do that, and you could re-roll.
Oh, there's no hunger dice on a willpower roll anyway, so you can just re-roll
So
3.
what? I do 3.
So you would keep your 2 successes and then re-roll the other 3. So you would roll roll 3d10.
Yep. So it's 2 more successes.
So that's 2 more successes. So you succeed then for this round, and so does Isaac. So the both of you are there. You each take your aggravated level of damage. And now it is round 2.
Can I tell how they're looking?
They are both smoking.
Sizzling.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see plumes of smoke and motes of dust and ash rising from their bodies, but like they haven't like broken out in fire yet.
All right, they can still take a little.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Now to resist dominate. I don't know that you get another roll. Hang on.
I didn't get any roll to resist it.
Well, your roll to resist it was your action.
Oh.
Yeah. So
it was a success versus success.
Yeah. If you had won that roll, then you would not have been dominated. You would have grabbed Gianna.
Okay.
Hang on here.
It's fudgy.
Yeah, understand. I think this is the first vampire on vampire combat we've had in these games yet. So that was literally the first time that we've had that like come
We're
up.
still learning it.
I was going to say, just about to be one in another
I
game.
will say this, and this is once again up to ST. Dominate does not allow a person, especially at level 1, to stay in a situation that would cause their death.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
Okay.
What I'm actually looking to do is to reread. So you used compel.
What power is this?
This is compel.
I
This
used
is level
compel.
1. So
Dominate.
hang on. I'm going to ask Isaac that you leave your book kind of where it is for now. Let me read this over. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. All right, so you were asked to stand still, and you did so for that turn, but it looks like it only lasts 1 turn.
Yep. That was my understanding.
It says, well, it says duration no more than a single scene, but you give an action that can't take more than 1 turn to complete.
Oh, okay.
So let me just double check.
Yeah, my understanding was that it was a single action command. Once that command was followed, then it goes. That was my understanding.
That is correct.
Yeah.
This is cool. It's like the muscle versus like the mystic. You know what I mean? Like right now, this is an interesting fight.
Okay. 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 Interesting. All right. So as you guys take damage and sizzle, the dominate wears off. So you would need to do it again. So Shogun, you can move again.
Okay.
And so Isaac, Gianna, what are you guys doing?
I actually want to climb up on the hood of the truck, and I will say, Isaac, if you truly do not wish to win, then you should just go back inside. And that will be my attempt at using dementation.
Oh, what?
How are you?
This is the second level of
No, it's not.
dominate.
Dementation is an amalgam power if you also have obfuscate 2.
What?
Yes.
No.
It says,
Yes, it is literally the second thing. It says amalgam, obfuscate 2.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Then I need to go find the right part that I'm supposed to have, because that is how I literally are.
Level 2 is mesmerize, not dementation.
Yeah.
Okay, then that would then I guess that would still be compel then. So the compel being you should just go back inside.
Well, no, mesmerize does exactly what you want. The vampire can
Okay,
issue a complex command to a victim.
Okay. All right, then I just have to rewrite my sheet thing because I wrote the wrong one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Shogun, what would you be attempting to do this turn? Isaac. Sorry.
I would swipe, striking with my forearm, the back of Gianna's ankle to trip her so that she would fall down on the hood of the truck.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Can't exactly use your hand right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I only have one hand to use. That's true.
You gotta swing your stump at her.
Yeah. All right. So
I have one arm to fight with.
So strength and brawl versus manipulation plus dominate for mesmerize.
Ooh. Rolled poorly. The beast there, right there, like Throck was saying, is a lie, but but it's
okay.
As we're just figuring this out, can I make a suggestion for balance purposes?
Yeah.
He still gets his resist roll. She'll get hers off first, but he should still get his resist roll, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Although in that case, then she should also get her resist roll.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. So 2 successes. Well, then we do need to go to a more initiative based system, that's fine. So here's what I'll say then: whoever got the most successes, theirs is the thing that happens first, and then we'll resist each thing as it happens. But so first, then we need to see if you correctly resist the dominate, and that will determine whether or not she needs to resist your trip attack. So your resistance is intelligence plus resolve.
Okay.
Could you imagine being the homeless guy just walking up on this? What the fuck?
4.
All right. So what is my resist for the tripping?
That's going to be Dex and Dodge, right? Dodge, yes?
Dodge isn't a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Dodge isn't a thing.
Then it's not Dodge. Hang on 1 sec.
Athletics, brawl, Dex and brawl.
Thanks. I just don't have a character sheet up, so I wasn't...
I've got him up.
Nope. Not even close.
In the meantime, Ivan would like to be waking Sebastian, and after setting the finger.
Okay. Sebastian is highly disoriented and also exhausted. And so, like, you can wake him up with I mean, I'm just going to say that you can wake him up. I'm not going to bother making you roll for that. So he can wake up, but he'll look around and he's just like, but I will get back to him in just a moment. Okay, so Gianna is tripped.
Does that make it any easier for... Actually, no, first we do...
Yeah, so that was that round. So each of you, once again, needs to make... first each of you takes a level of aggravated damage.
Done.
And then you each need to make a Rotrek test. And you both fail. So
I'm gonna do the willpower thing.
Okay.
How do
Can you click willpower reroll and it'll automatically do that, or?
I think it would forget your successes. I mean, you can give it a shot, but
Give it a shot. We'll see what it does.
yeah. So Isaac,
What do I expend, though?
so you expend a superficial willpower damage.
Okay. You make it a slash, I think.
Yep. And right. So here it says reroll 3 dice.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it actually you actually
I
input.
like that.
Okay.
I
got a total of 5.
Yep. So Isaac, you're still good. Gianna.
Yeah, I'll do it too. Damn it.
And you
A
can't
6.
reroll 3 because you only
Right.
have 2.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I only have 2, but It won't let me change the input value. Oh, wait, now it will. Nope, it won't let me change the input value.
Okay, so just roll 2d10.
Oh, there we go. No, I got it.
Okay.
That gives me a total of 4.
Wow. Wowie.
Nice.
Although next time you're going to need to get 4 successes on 3 dice, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Eek. Do 10s count as 2 still? No, they do not. That's weird. Don't 10s count as 2?
When Isaac got that one thing.
No, they just don't anymore.
I got extra when I crit. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I get it now.
Okay. So 10s no longer explode, which makes me sad. But that's fine. So you guys are both still going. My suspicion is this is probably the last round of combat.
Probably.
But we'll find out. As far as rousing Sebastian goes, yeah, so Sebastian wakes up and he... yes? How may I help you?
Very good. The sun is coming up. I'm going to have things required of you. But in the moment, one, hopefully two, of our friends will be coming through that door. We'll need you to let them in.
Oh, yes, certainly. And he walks over to the door. And he's kind of like, he's a little bit stumbly right now. He's very bleary. But he walks over to the door, puts his hand on the thing, and is just like waiting for like a signal or something. Real fast, I would like to know, Roxy and Eddie, what are you guys doing during all this?
So I was still going to be waiting by the door, just not in the sun, if it's possible. And if it's possible to keep an eye on them while not being in direct sunlight myself. But if it's not possible, then I was going to go where the sun is not and follow the rule.
The sun being fairly new in the sky, it's not really coming in too badly. If you can gauge by the shadow on the floor where you can safely be. Okay. It's not comfortable, but like you're managing it. I also want to point out that all of you guys are feeling extremely tired, and not too long from now you're going to have to start making willpower rolls just to stay awake. But it's effectively only been like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. So we're not in danger territory just yet. Okay, so well, yes. Isaac and Gianna, tell me your actions. Isaac first.
I'm gonna repeat like what I did before. I'm going to, now she's laying flat on the hood of the car, slam my hand around her throat and drag and try and chuck her into the lobby.
Okay, and Gianna, what are you trying to do?
I'll let him grab my throat, but only so that I can look him directly in the face and say, "You will go in now without me."
I don't think there's a good reason that I would be. I mean, there would be a second, absolutely, because I have to watch my hand and carefully do this attack, but I would not be maintaining eye contact.
You don't have
if
to
I could avoid it, because I saw that she did that thing before. If that doesn't change anything, that's fine, but that's definitely what he's doing.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna so there's a couple of things. Just for the purposes of not completely hosing Dominate, it's incidental eye contact is enough. Okay. And if I have to institute the old school house rule of they have to see your eyes, not the other way around, then I will. But just for the purposes of the scene, if nothing else, we'll go with it. No,
he's got the most rudimentary understanding of how this power works. He's just trying to work around it to his little ability.
Okay. So go ahead. Each of you roll your respective rolls. So strength brawl and all right, we'll get to that in a second. Gianna. Okay.
What is going on?
This is interesting.
Okay. All right. So Okay, so give me a second.
So it's 2 criticals, but mine is better.
Well, well, like on successes, sure, but they're both. Hang on, just let me think my way through this.
Because the beast on hers is not real.
Yeah, let me think my way through this. And Sean, I see your face. Shut up. Quiet your face down.
I'm literally just thinking.
Yeah. Okay, so. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. So restate, Gianna, exactly what you want to say.
You will go inside right now without me.
Okay.
Can you put multiple clauses in there?
Yeah, mesmerize. Yeah, allows complex commands. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen then.
Because I can think of a loophole to her command.
Yeah, but that's not that. Stop it.
I don't know how this works.
So Isaac. Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. Isaac, when you have your messy critical, like the beast flares up in you for a moment, and you are pissed. This woman who you're not certain is fit to lead you keeps giving you commands, and you keep following them against your will, and you can't fucking stand it. And so in a moment of rage, her command enters your head and you hear it and you do what she says. However, you also throw her towards the street. So instead of throwing her inside, you throw her further out.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get my resist check?
On a messy critical?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with let's just go with the scene for now.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree. If this were like PvP versus like other players or something, or like the other stream, which by the way should never ever happen if we can possibly avoid it, then okay. And if this is something like versus NPCs, I'm gonna do everything. But for the purposes of this right now, I think this makes the most sense. Do you really want to roll your resist? If you think that it will deeply upset you if I don't let you, then go ahead and roll it.
No, not particularly, but I feel like he did get more successes. Like he beat her, and I know how to follow her command.
So what? So let me hear you out. So what would yours
from this
be?
spot, instead of dragging her, I would from here hurl her as hard as I can into the lobby, and then follow in.
Okay.
Entering without her.
So I understand what you're saying. I'm going to say that in the moment, dominate doesn't work like a wish spell in D&D. You don't have the actual, like, you don't sit there thinking of ways to rules lawyer it. You do what it's clear their intent is. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with you are bestially pissed at her. And so you'll kind of do what she says. Now, here's the thing, though. Now, that's not the same as a frenzy. That's just a momentary beast. So, so you toss her out. You walk about halfway back in. Would you get there in one round? I don't know that you would. I think you get most of the way there, but you're not all the way in, and then we'll...
In or out of the sun, though?
Still in the sun.
Okay.
Yeah, still in the sun.
Okay.
Now, I need each of you to take a level of aggravated damage.
I also apparently need to make a rouse check.
For mesmerize?
Mesmerize, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
You did that before as well.
Yeah,
didn't
you've done that twice. So make 2 rouse checks, please. Okay, so the one you were fine on, and the okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it says right there, cost rouse check. Yep.
Okay, do I gain a level of hunger from rolling 1 on my mesmerize?
Okay. Isaac, are you gonna reroll?
No.
Okay. And Gianna, are you?
It
going
doesn't
to
even
reroll?
matter. I only have 3 available, so I couldn't even make it anyways.
Okay. So the both of you fail. the both of you enter Rottrek. You are now both bestially afraid of the sunlight that has been steadily burning you the fuck up. So it's going to take... Now, here's the issue. It's going to take Gianna 2 rounds to make it in. It's going to take Isaac 1 round to make it in. Isaac, what is your action right now?
Dive into the lobby and, like, kick the desk over as, like, a shield.
Okay. Sebastian, like, will open the door when he sees the smoldering vampire running towards him angrily.
That's good for his door.
It's good for you.
Ivan, Roxy, Eddie,
I would have got through
what
that
are you
door.
guys doing right now?
So I have just been peeled to the window, chair up like it is like a TV. This is so entertaining. Like, she is into it.
Okay.
Clapping her hands, yeah.
Is there a back room in the like back room office?
Yes, there is.
Does it have windows?
No, it does not.
Good. Then that's going to be as soon as Isaac crosses the threshold. Game over. Eddie, get them in the back.
I take Isaac and I throw him into the wait, are you down there with me, Ivan?
Yeah, I guess we're all like
you're right in the lobby,
because it's not like a 2-story thing, right? So I'm gonna say Isaac closet, and I'm gonna haul ass because Gianna's still like on the ground getting up, right? She got thrown on her feet. Then I'm just gonna haul ass towards her, pick her up like a fireman carrier over my shoulder, and haul ass back.
Okay, so
I would try to meet him halfway, but I'm probably passing out the moment he picks me up.
Yep. Okay, so Eddie, you need to make a Rottrek test to you're gonna make a rouse check.
Okay,
just to steel yourself for it, and then you're gonna make a Rottrek test to run out into the sunlight.
Okay, so rouse first, right?
Yep. Okay.
Rousing success. And then a rot check. Where is that on?
So
it's
just
willpower.
roll your willpower.
Oh, okay. All right.
So right under your green dots is a willpower roll.
Gotcha. With no modifiers, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can take a level of superficial willpower damage to re-roll up to 3 fails.
It was 3 success not enough?
Correct.
You need 4.
You need 4. You only got 3.
Okay. Could I do that, or could I use an ability for specifically when I get hit with this stuff?
What's the ability?
Defy Bane. The user can convert a number of aggravated damage equal to their fortitude rating to superficial damage when sustained. They may not heal that superficial damage for the rest of the scene.
So that would be once you're already in the sun. But what you're doing right now is like your beast doesn't want to go there. So
that makes sense.
So you have to use your like conscious willpower to overcome the beast that's saying no.
Gotcha. All right. So I do superficial, which is 1/ right, for willpower.
Correct.
And then just reroll willpower again.
Yep.
The 3 you failed.
Where it says reroll willpower or whatever.
Gotcha. And then do 3? Gotcha.
Yep. That's enough. So you got 1 success. Additional. So you run out, and where the shadow and the sun line is, like you're like and you, like make your way through it. So you are so I'm gonna say that you can make it to Gianna. Gianna, I assume that you're making it towards the building. Okay.
Crawling. Fucking crawling.
How many health levels do you have left?
1.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. When I get to her, then I want to cover her with my body as I run.
Okay.
Like try to kind of hold her like this and just have my back to the sun so it's just hitting my back.
Yeah. No, she's also doing hide her face.
Just sizzling. Gross.
So Eddie pointed that closet door to me. Is it open?
Yes.
Because if it's not, I tear the handle off. I'm
Oh
kidding.
no,
It's
Ivan would get you into the closet real quick.
I imagine you're just screaming.
yeah.
Okay. So
Come tearing through. Ivan opens the door. Right this way, please.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of dramatize the rest of this. Eddie, you are able to make it back in. Gianna, you are able to make it back in as well. However, Eddie can't cover all of you, and because you are so far down on health levels, you're gonna lose another limb.
Can I lose the arm that I cut the hair off of?
So I'm thinking in terms of the way that he would probably be holding you. Yeah, you're gonna lose a leg.
Okay.
And you're unconscious. You're at your last bit. So he brings you in.
So do I mark the ag on my 5th level?
Yeah. I think that Sean, are they dead if they mark the ag on the last one?
They would have to take 1 additional ag after they fill up their health box.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Gianna would be in torpor.
Yeah. So yeah. So Gianna is in torpor. But she's not dead.
You didn't kill me this time.
Yet. There's still time. But yeah, so you make it inside. She lost a leg and is otherwise out. And yeah. What are you doing now, guys?
I tossed her in that closet.
Is there any water of any kind in here? Like a sink or anything?
There's a bottle of whiskey.
No,
sorry. Not whiskey, vodka. Bottle of vodka, but yeah.
No. I throw that out of the room. Like this is a terror frenzy, and my terror frenzies are kind of also anger frenzies at the same time, and so I'm frustrated. I'm tearing this room up. Stuff on the walls is coming down.
Sebastian allows a single tear to fall down his face as you smash his vodka. All right, go ahead and give me willpower plus composure.
Okay. So I'll just enter my composure as a modifier. There. 3 successes.
Okay. I'm going to say that you're calm now because you're no longer in the sunlight.
Anybody got any extra blood? And I drop her on the floor.
I mean, Sebastian's here.
Sebastian.
I look at Sebastian.
Not for you.
At.
You sit down.
This fun's important. We will feed everyone. Plus.
Give me something soon, or I will kill him.
How do you need to eat?
Give me blood.
Right, Sebastian. I have work for you.
Mister.
First, and he's going to start writing things down in a little notebook. Here's where you will go and pick up luggage I have at the train station. I need it delivered here. Let's see. You will also need to go to bank and start doing withdrawals. Let me see. I must make phone calls. Right. Come with me and just start pacing and writing down different things like luggage. Start putting together construction manifests so that we can actually justify all that crap that we have. So buy some more.
Who else is in this room?
Here's what I want to point out. You're going to need to make that list actually pretty short and sweet, because you're also going to need to start making willpower checks to stay awake.
Right.
Who's in this back room?
I am.
Yeah, I think all of us.
Okay. I want to get Sebastian out of this room or I will kill him. So I shove him with my one arm after out because into the lobby. There's still no sunlight in the like. It's still okay to be in the lobby.
Not all of the lobby. Only about half of it. The doorway is still all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna like push him out, and I'm gonna slam the door. If anyone wants to get out, they better get out. I'm gonna go to sleep.
He tears the note off and slides under the door.
Okay.
And the note will be hire a construction company to start work on expanding place, or like expanding, beautifying. Here's the information you'll need to do that from New York.
Gianna set money on the counter.
There is still that money on the counter. That's true. And clean up. And then work on finding some people for food.
Da, master. I do know somebody, but it will not be cheap.
Very well. When I wake up, I will make some calls myself.
Da.
All right.
And Sebastian will sort of tromp off, and you can hear some slight grumbling in Russian, but he does do what he has been tasked to do. And with that, we're definitely going to end the night. I'm going to take this as our opportunity to fast forward our week.
Please.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I just like slip against the wall and slide to the floor.
Okay, so
Eddie set me down.
Oof, right on the floor.
At least their wound is cauterized.
Your everything is cauterized.
Oh, if only we had a thin blood, they could do their bizarre bullshit.
Yeah, well, we don't.
They won't exist for another like 100 years.
If she needs some blood, that was the next thing Eddie was gonna.
Yeah, probably less.
Was like slit her wrist and give her a little bit, like because I need everybody up and awake and mobile.
But I have to make 3 rouse checks to get through getting up.
Also, she might not appreciate you giving her your blood.
Oh no! Also,
care.
somebody has to be a higher. Yeah, Throck's over here checking my blood potency.
Oh, what's your blood potency?
Mine?
Yeah.
2.
Oh, yours is 2. Okay, good.
Yeah.
It won't help.
Oh, you're a 2 as well. Ooh.
Why is this giving me? God damn it! So what I'm currently trying to do is, I'm trying to get to the torpor rules. I didn't think I would need them that soon.
I posted them in Zoom chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about between a week and a month.
Also, if you lost a limb or 2, if you're Gianna, when you wake up, it requires 3 rouse checks just to repair the limb, and then an additional to actually wake up. So, like for Shogun, you'll need 4 rouse checks.
And I'm
Question.
gonna need.
Wait, 4? Oh, right, just to wake up from normal sleep. I'm not in a torpor.
And to repair the missing hand.
Yeah.
Would Ivan be able to help with that?
With res checks?
With repairing the limbs?
So yes and no. It's still going to require. So here's the thing: the cost for permanence, with regard to vicissitude, would apply in that case, which actually is probably worse than the rouse checks necessary to heal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just get us humans, and it'll all be okay.
Yeah. So when you guys wake up, and over the course of the week, actually, when you guys wake up, I'll start here. Sebastian has brought back a small collection of prostitutes and set them up in in one of the rooms. Although he, okay, so he wakes you up by opening the door, tossing a prostitute in, like shoving her in, and then closing the door. And then he waits.
Yeah.
As if we're like animals.
I attack and I will use brutal feed.
Okay, so she's dead.
Yeah, that instantly drains all drops of blood in her entire body in 2 seconds.
Okay, so you now have one corpse. Did we use our trigger warning at the beginning of the game? I don't know if we did.
No.
I mean,
This one.
we used it in the last game.
Yeah.
And if they were here for the last game, they
Fair
already know what's
somewhat
coming.
belated trigger warning. Sorry, guys. Okay, so.
Some other stuff. Sorry.
Okay, so. Yeah, thank you, Lucifer. Okay, so that one is dead.
Don't be so greedy, Isaac.
Like a spent toothpaste tube, off a brutal feed.
Jesus.
And then Sebastian, once the noise dies down a little bit, he will sort of open the door a crack and say, "There is more in one of the other rooms. I took the one without the carpeting."
I will pick up Gianna and gently bring Gianna into that room.
Can we take a moment, please?
Mm.
We have ways of making this last longer and better for us. Let's be smart about this. A trail of bodies leads to authorities.
I'll bury her.
I'll set Gianna down.
No need to bury. I can use the pieces.
Okay.
All right. So
Put more arms on Sebastian. Then he can hold more stuff.
I could.
He won't blend in super well.
Mm,
You know.
no, I will use these for the next one, probably.
Okay.
so my hunger is at 0 now.
Yes. You made your 3 res checks. How many?
Oh no, I didn't yet. Hang on.
Okay, make your 3.
Do we all do this?
So no, only the people who only the people who have aggravated damage. So anyone
I
who has
failed
aggravated
all 3
damage.
of them.
Okay, so you gained that much additional hunger.
Yep.
Um,
That is definitely why I drained her.
yeah, so I think you get 5 out of a full-size person.
Well, because the thing is, they don't count, as far as I'm aware, they don't count how many you regain. They count what it resets you to. And draining a person completely resets you to 0, I believe. Correct me if... Yeah, Throck says I'm right.
Okay, all right. So in that case, then you are back up to full.
And have an arm back.
I think
correct?
so.
Oh,
Yeah,
handy.
yeah. I think you have your hand back.
Hey.
I still have aggravated damage to eventually fix, but we'll worry about that later.
How many rouse checks do I have?
You don't get any right now. We'll deal with you.
Oh, right.
Thanks.
Crispy.
Okay, so
How many
so what are you
bodies
doing?
do you have, Sebastian?
How
Ask
many?
How many bodies does Sebastian have for us? Dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ask the question again. I'm sorry. I was reading something in chat.
How many bodies do you have for us, Sebastian?
4. There are 4 more.
Excellent. Let's see. You need to eat more vampires. This one needs to wake up. Roxy, how do you like to eat? Any preferences?
I definitely prefer it when they have a little something extra in the blood. And I like it when they're sleeping.
Excellent. I can make this happen easily.
Oh, if only Gianna were away.
Sebastian, is there anyone else here at the motel currently?
No, we have no visitors, no guests.
Perfect. Send them down one at a time, please.
Okay.
And you collected my things, correct?
Yeah. They're in the room that I think you claimed.
Excellent. I will go and get my bag, my doctor's bag.
Great. So Sebastian, before he goes, he says, do you care which one comes down? I didn't know what you liked. So we have blonde, brunette, redhead, and one man who is brown hair. He's very good looking, I think.
I mean, I'll definitely take the blonde and a bottle of whiskey if you have it.
Have no whiskey. Had vodka. Have not yet replaced. Sorry.
They can work on that.
Should get on that.
Beer
send down the first three. The last one, I might have use for this one.
Okay. Do you care which one?
No. One at a time. I must prepare.
Okay. So Sebastian leaves and then sends down three. He'll send down two ladies and the guy, holding back the redhead, apparently. So you have a blonde, a brunette, and a dude. Oh, wait, no, Roxy, you asked for the redhead, didn't you?
The blonde.
Oh, the blonde? Okay, then yeah. Yeah, then that's what he sent out.
Do we all get a new hunger now that it's another day?
So everyone needs to make a single dot rouse check, except for Shogun and Portia.
Oh, there I go.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I've already fed for the day, essentially. So I'm starting at 0 after having cleared my initial one for waking up.
Yep.
Does that mean I get 3 hunger?
Yeah, you probably are at 3. That sounds right.
So I'm at 4?
If, like, you gain 1 hunger, you don't gain 4 hunger.
Oh.
Okay. I see your confusion. Okay.
Yeah.
You only gain 1 hunger from your regular rouse check. When it says hunger gain, it just means you gain 1.
Okay.
The facing on the die just determines whether or not you actually do gain hunger or not.
Cool.
Oh, wait. Sebastian said that he had them in a room with no carpet?
Yeah.
Oh, well, perfect.
Well, you asked him to send them down, though, so he sent them down.
Yes. In that case. Hello. Well, yeah, he would meet them at, like, the entrance to the lobby, having his medical bag and his doctor-looking self. Hello there. Thank you for responding. We are going to be performing a clinic to help.
Oh, okay. They all seem like all 3 of them are calm and like they're clearly apprehensive because this has not gone the way a normal call would go. So they're definitely like uncertain, but up till now they haven't received any like really big red flags. Although I do need to ask, where is the body of the other one?
That was
Back
the back.
room. I never took it out yet.
Okay, and you close the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to like stash it behind the door,
Okay, good call.
so that even if it was opened, it would be hidden.
I'm going to
Okay.
stand at the front door,
Okay.
the only exit.
As you know, the dangers of venereal diseases for soldiers are many. And as some of the forerunners for these kinds of diseases, you are most valuable to help us in preventative care.
All 3 of them insist that they're clean and they don't really know what you're talking about. And can we just get to the party now?
Perfect. We will have you one at a time come to a room, and I will have this gentleman here send you up. So I will start with the one. I will start with actually the one that is already up there.
Okay. What should we'll say the guy says, what should we do while we're waiting?
It will not be very long. In the meantime, enjoy yourself. Sebastian, bring some alcohol, cigarettes, whichever.
You burned down the
You can say
place where I would
poison.
normally get them from, but I will. Yes, that. And he heads out to his truck and drives away. Okay, so Sebastian's out on a beer run. And in the meantime, then... Okay.
Yeah, Ivan's going to go up to the room and give that same speech. And now you are the first one, so I just need to give you a little something to relax and help you, and is going to anesthetize them with some morphine.
Oh, great. Yeah, she doesn't particularly resist. She figured that it was something more fun. And
oh, it's real good IV drugs.
She is passed out.
Good. So put that one off to the side, and then poke head out and point at Eddie and gesture.
I'll go in.
Well, no, I need the next one.
Oh, you want all of them? All right.
Yes, we're going.
You. And I point to the redhead. Go.
Okay. And she heads into the room.
At the entrance, deliver the IV, deliver the drugs,
Okay.
and then around the corner and repeat the process.
Okay. You now have 4 medically passed out prostitutes.
I'm
Right.
gonna.
Bring me the empty
Perfect.
body, please.
Bring the what?
Bring the empty body, please.
I'll pick up the empty body and bring it in.
Is there when Eddie comes to pick up the empty body? Is there anyone else that could see that?
No.
They're all in the room.
All right. Because I haven't been able to tell what's going on. I'm in the back room. I pick up Gianna, and I'm going to carry Gianna to where I think Gianna should be, which is in the chapel.
Okay.
Okay. I toss the dead body in there.
Care to assist me?
What are we doing? How is this going to help us?
Watch and learn.
Roxy.
Okay.
Yeah, can I creep in? I'm really curious. I
Yeah,
wanna
please
see.
do. Oh yes, please come.
She's pushing past me.
I could use
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
hands.
Yeah, and I'll be there in a minute after I drop Gianna off.
Okay, so big fucking trigger warning coming for some horrible body gore.
Okay,
Like,
So noted.
all right. I'm ready for some horrific
I'm ready.
nonsense. That's what I'm... Throx sits up.
Today's episode brought to you by So Nerdware Games. If you're looking for 10% off great gaming gear, go to So Nerdware.
Oh, our radio ad. Perfect timing.
Sorry, Maddie. All right.
So let's see. There's a ceiling fan or something like that here, right? Actually, we have a bed.
That's
That works even better.
the worst question ever. There's a ceiling fan, right? After the body gore trigger. Sure. Yeah, there's a ceiling fan. There's also a stand-up fan near the window.
I also have rebar 2x4s and concrete down in one of the other rooms. I was going to use it to make something to hold people. But if you could use it for something...
That's perfect, in fact.
Yes,
Go get me some rebar.
no problem. I think I had about 20 bars of rebar that fit in that
Yeah, I think
wheelbarrow.
that's what we said, yeah.
I'll bring you about 10.
And using the rebar is going to rig up the bodies like IV bags. So it's going to...
I'm not going to say anything, and I want no one else to say anything other than little reactions until until Ivan is done describing.
I will help
Music, awesome.
lift things if you need.
So, using the bodies, using the dead body to basically act as a hanging suspension system, so bending it backwards so that it is, it helps holds the bodies up, fleshcraft those in together. Let's see, using the rebar to kind of steady them, also removes the vocal cords and, well, just seals over the mouth so they can't scream anymore. So also going to need to run IVs to keep them alive. So one IV for keeping them alive and just sew that one in there, as well as one to keep them sedated. Let's see. And yeah, basically just chaining them all together into like a tasty blood fountain. That you can just, it's like a blood soda fountain. You can just go and get the tap.
Sure. Yes. Excellent. So I have a few questions for you.
Yes.
Are they suspended from the ceiling or are they like upright?
We're going to do it upright. That'll be better for their circulatory system.
Okay. And then do you need them to live beyond the next hour?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Then you're going to have to ghoul them.
Okay.
Because the amount of damage that you're doing to their bodies would kill them.
Okay. Right. I will need a bit of blood from each of you, please.
Eagerly.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll offer up.
Yeah, so we ghoul them.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to need 4 rouse checks.
From Ivan?
From Ivan.
Rouse checks.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
2.
Uh-huh.
3.
Wow. Okay. So that didn't cost you too much. And then and then it's gonna be, hang on here. And then it's gonna be, I want to say medicine and dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
I'll assist as much as needed, like lifting people.
I guess, surgery is going to be a useful bonus on this one.
Yeah, on this one, I'll give it to you.
All right, let's see. So it's going to be, you said dex and medicine.
Yeah.
Medicine plus dex with a +1 modifier. Ooh, well.
Keep going.
Hmm?
Because so I apologize. Make 3 more of those.
Okay.
Jeez. The rolls. Jeez.
This is what he is best at.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun.
Okay. On the first one and on the last one, you accidentally spike a vein as you're going, and we got a gusher. They are spurting over the wall, and
well, the first one, Roxy.
Yeah, you like pat Roxy on the back. There you go.
Just I'll go
Have
for
some.
it. Or just go for it, I guess.
Okay. Regain 2 before the rush subsides. And then on the last one, you're Isaac. I'm going to say that you actually are going to solve that one yourself. Because Ivan. Why do I keep doing that?
That's what I figured.
Yeah. So yeah, on that one, it gets all over you, and your beast goes, I really am hungry now. Ah.
So how many for that one?
2.
Good 2.
Give me a composure, just straight composure. Okay. Okay, cool.
Wait, what?
Because you got a 10. So they do seem to roll over on some things, but not all things, I guess.
That's just weird that it only rolled 2 dice, or 1 dice when I have 2.
No, you have to. One of them's a hunger die. still
Oh,
counts.
yeah. We're both looking at the wrong damn thing. Yeah, the hunger die, because you had 1 hunger. So remember, every time you roll, it takes a number of dice away from
Right. Got it.
So you got 2 successes, just to stop feeding once the things subsided.
That's the bloody tie.
Okay, so you now have 4 perfectly innocent people strung up and ready for easy consumption.
Do they have to be pink, or are we done with that?
Oh, we're well and done with that.
They
Cool.
can be pink if you want them to be pink.
I have no preference. Though it would look nice.
I want to do something, but I walk up to the man and give a hard backhanded slap to his stomach,
Pink belly.
which makes it pink.
Nice.
Okay.
There
Happy?
you go.
Now, Ivan,
Yes.
are you finished? Are you complete with this?
Yes, this is done. It is
I
all
have
right
a,
work. It will do for right now.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you do this, what you're doing here, with organs?
The
Attach-
harvesting.
Not to harvest them. Can you take an organ and attach it inside of someone else's body who already still has that organ?
Yes, easily.
Cool. We'll play with that later.
I
As
mean,
for now, if we've
Find
solved,
me a Canite and I can do this.
wouldn't they be able to break out?
They could
Okay.
try.
All right. Then that could be
We
a thing.
are short a ductus.
All right, I guess we should solve that whole issue. Is she
Now
awake?
Nope.
All right.
Now that
She
we have
awaits the
handled
chapel for her
Food
proper
and
return.
shelter,
So, what was that?
yes, we need to feed our ductus. And now that we have handled food and shelter, we must work up the hierarchy.
Oh my god, you've been playing Sabbat Minecraft this whole time.
Maslow.
Oh, yeah.
No, I know. The hierarchy of needs. All right. Whew.
All right, well, then let's do it. Are we bringing her some blood?
Yes, we should probably do this.
Okay. What would be
Yeah, I
better?
guess we fill bowls with basically whatever extra is not needed for any of these blood blags that are to keep them from dying, but everything extra because she's a torpor and injured. She's going to need a heck of a lot.
Would it be better if we were to bring her in here and run a tube directly from the source into her mouth?
I feel that it should be done in the chapel.
I feel like it should be done in any way that would wake her up healthier, make her body stronger. That's
I
what,
Getting
turn
her
to the
awake
priest.
Getting her awake is primary motivation. Location is not as important. We need to clean up a bit as well.
and we
Yeah,
could
I'm
just-
covered in blood, right? Like the walls are covered in blood.
Oh yeah, the room's been. I mean, like
Right.
it. Yeah, it looks like someone did a bit of a Pollock in a couple of spots in the room.
We wake her. Then however much time she requires to recover, we give that to her and we clean up.
Sounds fair.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll fetch her.
Let's go give her the good news. That she's been promoted.
Sebastian,
Yes, master.
very good. Oh, this is the following night.
Yeah.
I have a gift for you. And offers, and slits his wrists and offers it.
Yes, thank you very much.
I did this podcast.
I appreciate this deeply. I feel good. Do you require any other services of me right now?
Yes. We are going to need to clean up and find places for all of this. If someone were to come by, it could be very inconvenient.
Okay. And it's just like looking around at the room, and it's pretty clear that whatever cogs are still turning in Sebastian's head are grinding a bit short right now.
What's the problem?
What?
You said that basements are... Go on.
What exactly would you like me to do to keep people away? You exploded the house yesterday. The police have been there all day.
That is a problem.
Yes, it is.
I could have known sooner. Right, we need to handle that.
Well, you exploded the house. You all saw it.
Yep.
Sorry, Master.
Where's
I
the
forget
trunk?
myself. The trunk is in your room.
No, the truck.
Oh,
The
out
one
front.
From down there.
Oh, that one. That one I moved to behind.
Right, we need to take it. We are on like the edge of the desert, basically, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. That needs to be taken out into the desert and destroyed. Let's see what else.
I can do that.
I would be coming back with Gianna and saying, I'll take the parts.
I know it
That's a
was
good
part of
idea.
our game, but we should probably get rid of this too. And I'm just going to hold up the welcome mat that I brought back because that's huge evidence
Good idea.
that we had something to do with that.
All right. How about this? We'll take the truck and the dump truck out there, and your
Yes.
thing. We'll take it out. We'll blow the whole thing up, burn it, whatever we got to do. You dismantle
Burn.
any pieces that you would think are useful. Throw them in the dump truck, and then we'll drive back. The only issue is going to be that there's going to be tires tracks leading from our place over there. So we're going to have to drive a ways away from the hotel in order to pivot off into the desert a little further away into the city. I think we should still stay on off-road so that we avoid any wandering eyes that can maybe pop an eye at this truck. I think we should also, if it's possible, have a paper license plate or a fake license plate on the truck.
Very good.
I don't
Sebastian.
know if they did like did they? My understanding of traffic laws pretty low for 1943. I don't know exactly how.
They just probably rip that thing right off and they wouldn't even care.
Probably not as much anyway.
Yeah.
The ductus first.
All right, let's
No.
do it.
Lay her down in the room with the blood bags.
You got a tube or anything, Ivan?
Do I have a what?
A tube. Put it in their neck and put it into her mouth.
Simply do this and like rotates a finger and blood comes out of the wrist.
Whoa. All right.
Rouse check.
Their hand explodes.
There you go.
Cool.
Nom,
All right.
nom, nom.
So I'll hold her up because they're like this, right? The victims. So I'll hold her up so that her head's right.
No,
at
they
the
would
ground.
be like,
Imagine upside down.
That would kill them too fast. I think would go to their head too quickly and
Yeah.
they die.
Yep.
You'd have to. Oh, it could be like this, like crucified almost.
That also kills you
Yeah.
though. That kills
Oh
you.
yeah, it fills your lungs with.
no, it would be like arms out in front kind of thing, but like turned like this so you can just be like
little zombies.
turn the tap
Yeah,
on.
that works. If you're suspended by your arms, it kills you.
Yeah, because
It fills your
starts
lungs with
sinking blood.
liquid.
All right, cool. So then I'll hold Gianna up so that none of the blood is wasted.
Okay.
Nom, nom, nom.
Uh,
So I How many hunger do I lose now?
How many are you at?
2.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna lose 2. I need you to make. You're gonna make three rouse checks.
Oh, I froze for a second there.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. So 3 rouse checks?
Yep.
So basically, we're going to continue to feed her, and I'll help Eddie with this. Like, we'll continue to feed her so that as she continues to spend blood, just continue to try and feed her.
Yeah. So, okay. So here's what we're gonna do.
Drain.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Food supply.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break. So we're gonna come back for our final hour. At like 2:01, 2:02. And then we are going to do our like week's worth of fast forwarding.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys will each. So I want you to think about like what you're doing over the course of the week, and then we'll come in with what we have for this next week. I guess we're always going to be a little bit behind. We'll see what we can do to try to speed that up. But yeah, so that's how that's going to go. So let me just click on thingy dingy to make the thingy dingy go.
On break. Be back in 5.
Yeah.
Yep. 5 minutes.
Goodbye.
Sergeant First Class Mark Wood.
The same because all of the flavor is the spices anyway.
Yep.
So you could have soy, turkey, sawdust. It would all be the same.
I don't know about sawdust though.
Sawdust has its own unique flavor.
So we are showing us live, by the way. I think we're back.
Oh yeah.
I'm under Isaac.
Yes, I am fixing the boxes because we had a slight
Came back all of a sudden.
change,
Yeah, no,
but I decided to bring you guys back
thing
because
it's his favorite thing to do.
I enjoy letting
Banter.
people see the backstage
I did that to Bardic.
How the
last
sausage
Pokemon
is made?
session.
We were talking about the Mexican sausages. What were they called again?
Chorizo.
Chorizos. We were talking about chorizos. Because I was telling them I had this red velvet cupcake I was waiting to eat if we ate in Oregon, but I forgot to eat it on the blood sausage.
with the blood sausage.
Yeah.
I was
This
making a
episode
terrible
brought
pun,
to
but
you
all right,
by-
cool.
This episode brought to you by Eddie's floppy blood sausage.
Ew.
What that has to be the weirdest thing anyone's done in this game. Can you just turn blood into an org? Like, what?
Okay, this is great and all, but like, can you make it meat?
It'd be easier with organs. Like, get me organs and I can start pumping vampire blood through them. Why not?
Eddie and I are still switched.
Oh, what? No!
Yeah.
Fixing it.
This is a good game. I like this game. This is fun.
I'm glad.
I
All right.
will say, I don't know that
Human scientific experimentation was kind of the norm.
Let's not get into eugenics, shall we?
Yeah, let's not.
All right.
Though you are correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I did
Totally correct.
Setting appropriate. Boo.
And that's the thing. Like, actually, like Ford was a big eugenics proponent. Like a lot of industry leaders at the time were. Throck is making a face that I don't
like
get.
just why?
Just play the game.
Yeah, that was totally just play the fucking game.
Okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fast forward a bit. So you guys are in a fairly stable condition. The cops aren't gonna bother you. Like at one point during the week, they do like a detective stops in and talks to Sebastian during the day. Sebastian just rushes him out the door, basically. Like, just like I don't speak English very well. I'm sorry. I know just this much. And then everything else, the guy asks him, he responds in Russian. And so the detective leaves, frustrated, but otherwise uncurious further.
Yeah, and Eddie and I would have taken both vehicles way out into the desert, disassembled and destroyed everything about the truck, except I'll keep all the parts that I find useful. If you want,
don't forget the welcome mat.
Yes, please.
But we needed the welcome mat.
I personally really wanted the welcome mat to stay there, but it is,
evidence.
Yeah, it's smart they get rid of it.
What are they gonna do? Get DNA off? All right. Anyway,
Right.
We don't know the structure of DNA yet.
So
we went to take we thought that the welcome mat was in the truck when we burned it, but Roxy had actually stolen it and was keeping it in her room.
So over the course of the week, I want each of you to state one overarching goal that would be what you would be working towards. We'll assume that regular feeding and everything else is taken care of. And we're going 5 days, not 7. So over
would
the
this
course
be beyond healing?
Yes, like above and beyond healing. What is your goal for the business week?
Where do you want to start?
I'm gonna go ahead and start with Gianna because hers is fastest.
I would like to be out of torpor and not have aggravated damage anymore, please.
And so by the end of the week, as long as they keep feeding you, that will happen. You will awaken on the 5th night, fully healed and conscious and ready to go.
Will the temporary willpower losses be back as well?
Throck, what is the rule on temporary willpower regain?
Temporary willpower regains at the beginning of the next session. If you choose that enough time has passed in which there would have been no cause for significant willpower usage, I feel like we can fudge that, right?
Yeah.
But the rule tends to be at the beginning of the next session. But I think that also assumes that you are continuously playing.
Yeah. So here's what I'll say. I will say that in this case, yes, but that there will be times where in between sessions you won't regain. Like if we have to end a session in the middle of something going on, I may say that you do not regain willpower as well. Okay.
Totally gotcha.
But in this case, yes, you do, and so that also applies to Isaac. Okay, so next I want to hear from Eddie.
So Eddie has a few things. One, I wanted to get to know the people that I'm working with, but we can role play that after the week if that's easier. He's primarily going to be listening to the radio, reading the newspapers, trying to learn his new environment. I want to know where. I mean, obviously the newspaper and the radio is not going to tell you where the Camarilla is, but I'm going to try to read between the lines and try to see if I can't find sort of where they are. At the same time, I want to have spent my day or my nights trying to locate where any Camarilla live within the city, where they like to live and where they like to be.
How do you go about trying to do that?
So one of the things I was going to do was I was going to bring I would have also brought Gianna, but she's been like sick. So I was going to bring Roxy with me because Roxy's very stealthy. And I was going to basically have her, or attempt to have her tail some people while I act as muscle to try to look for basically like a food source for me. I need to know where these, not necessarily higher ranking vamps, but just like any of them, any kind of Canaanites that I can find that live within the city.
Okay, so I'm going to pause you there. There's a couple of things going on with your plan. So I will say that you can definitely walk around and look for stuff.
Okay.
But A, without Roxy saying so, I'm not going to presume that she does automatically go with you.
No
and B, you have no idea where to start. Like, you just don't know where to even begin. So, like, you could walk around the city, but just randomly, like, staring at people and being like, I don't know, maybe they're a vampire, maybe they're a vampire, maybe that one's a vampire. Is that one a vampire? Like, you don't have any, you don't have a thread to pull on yet. Listening to the radio, reading the news, all that can give you some ideas, and you'll definitely get like the beginning of an inkling of like, it seems like the city moves pretty smoothly. Most things aren't making a big like ruckus. There's definitely some like rising racial tensions, something going on primarily with the Hispanic community. But it seems at the moment to be kind of localized. Okay. And everyone seems to be bracing for something, but not entirely certain what yet.
Okay. His intelligence isn't very high either, so I didn't really expect to like learn much. It's just that's what he's going to be trying.
Right. So anything that was on the radio is what you hear. There was a Paramount executive who was killed in front of a restaurant. There was also apparently a gas station / house that was exploded. And then
I listened to that radio thing that Throck made.
Yeah, well, and I was going to ask Throck, are the radio missives, they're public, right?
Yeah, 100%. And at this point, some days having passed, you would have definitely heard that radio report, right?
So when I said public, though, I meant like people who are watching like on stream, for example, they could listen to the radio things. Okay.
I shared it once, and I can definitely share it again too.
Okay, and that's that's on the Welcome Party RPG YouTube channel, I believe.
I think Death. I think you're still in chat. Did you put that up on your website? Because it'll live there permanently on Death's website, which is going to be the repository of all things. Okay. Once they get posted online. I don't know if you did or not yet. Okay is not it. I'm gonna shut up and then we'll find the link and post it.
Okay, cool. So if anyone else is wondering what we're talking about, there are going to be weekly radio bits and blurbs that everyone can hear, and there are things that are those are resources that count in game. So that's what we've got for Eddie. Roxy, what are you up to?
So I definitely want to go farther into town, farther away from our haven. So Eddie's welcome to come with me if he wants. I would like to look for places that might be of interest to us, but I'm also going to be selfish and make stops along the way. If I see somebody who's in a very nice dress, like a woman, I'm probably going to end up keeping tabs on her, following her home, and I want to essentially raid these women's closets for pretty dresses and their makeup, their used makeup. So he's welcome to come along if he wants, but just so long as he knows that there will be stops along the way.
That's fair.
Excellent.
Also to kind of keep an eye on you to make sure you don't blow up another house.
I'm actually quite happy with my actions for the week being chauffeuring people.
Okay.
You can come in my garbage truck, which will make it a lot more expedient. You'll be able to do a lot more in town because you won't have to walk there and make sure you get back before dawn. You have a lot more time to do the stuff you want to do.
Now,
In my garbage truck.
now, I will say on, let's say the 4th day, while you're waiting for Eddie and Roxy to return to the truck, a police officer will like walk up to you sitting in the cab and say, hello, sir.
Monday.
You're what's with the, you're not collecting right now, are you?
¿Cómo?
What are you, what's the, with the truck? What's going on with the
Estoy
truck?
trabajando, eh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, you gotta move it. You can't just be here. All right.
Ahí voy, and I'll turn it on. Ahí voy dando ruedas, and I'll turn it on and pull away.
All right, and he'll sort of wave you on and walk back to his car, shaking his head. Good. All right. Ivan, what are you doing during the week?
Let's see. So Ivan, he wants to be a little busy. On one of the outings of Roxy and Eddie, he is going to take from the very dead body that we have, take one of the fingers and send it with them to drop off, preferably in a Hispanic part of town. Flare those tensions and give them a place to look for a body.
Oh, okay.
Hard.
Let's see. Also,
You said just a finger?
just a finger.
Okay.
That'll give them, place to look for now. And then also wants to start working on making this motel very much an H.H. Holmes location.
I'm actually going to need some explanation on that. I'm missing the reference. I'm sorry.
Oh, H.H. Holmes was the first American, major American serial killer during the World's Fair.
Ah,
He made
okay.
a murder house that had
Yeah.
Trapdoors and acid pits.
Yeah.
awful.
I know the actions. I had forgotten the name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're skinning people and turning them into lampshades and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not entirely. Basically, we have the ability to go from any room. Well, we're going to be doing construction expansion, so we're going to make the place nicer. We're going to kind of make it a little bit more of a destination, more secure for us.
The rooms we don't want people to have get into will have good locks, like the chapel and the blood bag room.
Okay.
Well, I would like to start moving those all underground.
Okay.
I know that Eddie had started that in one room, so
so remember, there is not actually a basement.
no, we need to build one.
We'd have to make one.
Okay. So
I'm not good at crafting either. I don't know if anybody else.
So what level of resources do you have at your disposal? 3? Okay.
And Portia Portia's asleep.
Yeah, she's not capable of providing any sort of wire transfers, but you at least have the money to get it started. A construction effort like that is not cheap, nor is it fast, because they basically have to go through the foundation to then build under it. So you can get, huh?
through the process, we're going to go through a number of architects simply because, no, this is not good enough, and fire them and redraw plans. And so by the end of the whole process, no one but us knows exactly what was built where, when.
Would you really need an architect for this, or just contractors? Because, I mean, you're just making a basement.
Oh, no, but also expanding the motel itself.
Ah, okay.
Because we need to be able to have access to all the rooms from different angles and things like that.
Oh, I see. Because you're putting on like a false back stairway that gets you into all the rooms secretly and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to take some time and some money and some personnel. Okay. All right. That's fine. So work has started on that. Are you keeping the hotel open for business during this time?
We're going to definitely rent out some rooms. We've got Sebastian out there, being pretty and things now. So and kind of giving him more money to flash and showing off as a nicer hotelier, turning this place from a dumpy motel into a slightly nicer space.
Okay.
Select rooms, though.
I was going to say, could we just have, maybe
Lots
the
of
first floor
renovation.
for rentals right now?
Or it's a motel.
I thought it was a 2-layered motel.
Yeah, it's doot, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
It is? Oh, okay. Ooh,
Yeah.
I did not know.
Well, should it be the upper floor then? Because we're doing
Yes.
construction underneath.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like on
Yeah.
the first floor.
Downer area is where we live and where we keep
Yeah.
all our stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want to keep the name the same?
What was it?
Can we-
Hotel Del Madre? Sorry, Motel. I apologize.
As much as I love the idea of it being close to El Madre Hotel and Casino from Fallout, I do like
Ooh.
what Roxy put in the chat, which is what did you say it was?
Motel
Motel
California.
Motel California.
I have a better name.
Better than Motel California? All right, let's do it.
The Sunrise.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That was a good one.
All right.
that's a good one.
By the end of the 5 days, you have a new neon sign up, Sunrise Motel.
Nice.
Or no, just The Sunrise.
Oh, just
Not motel,
the
right?
Oh, okay.
Yes,
The
very-
Sunrise. All right.
Where are you staying?
And since it's neon, it's going to have that whole doot, showing the sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So
Art in all its forms.
that is
And
your
I
week.
personally would like to try and secure at least consulting work at a hospital.
How do you go about doing that when you can only see people at night? What is your method?
Let's see, for him, I mean, he would have done this in New York as well, specifically looking for tuberculosis hospitals, because that's what he's billed as a specialty.
Okay.
And explains the glasses that he wears. He's very light sensitive because of being around tuberculosis for so long.
Okay.
So he is one of...
How do you make initial contact with someone who could potentially hire you?
Put out feelers through his... Let's see. How would I do that?
I mean,
I have contacts that you might want to use instead if you want.
could also just mail out resumes.
That's true.
Well, you'd be a bit more personal about it. Would I be able to use my circulatory system lore as kind of a way of connecting in with blood sources?
So that allows you to find sources of blood, but a TB hospital isn't
Okay.
necessarily great for that.
Academics, but someone else said they had contacts that I could use.
I do. It wouldn't be fancy hospital. It would be a street doc.
No, I mean, he's got the medical knowledge and degrees for being a full-on, pretty well-known surgeon, if necessary.
So let's say you send a resume out to there's one tuberculosis hospital, I'm going to say, unless Throck wants to tell me that there's actually more.
No, we just need to locate it.
Yep. So there's one tuberculosis hospital. It's about a half-hour drive away. Closer. Sorry. Still on the outskirts, but further north. North? Yes, you're on the. We determined that you guys are on the south side of LA, right?
Well, yeah, I thought we were on the north side.
Negative. They are. I will show you on the map real quick where you are. As
I thought you said
location matters a great deal now. You are up north of Altadena.
Yeah.
Up there. Yeah.
really cool map.
Okay.
I love it.
So then we'll say that the hospital is over somewhere in San Bernardino. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So it's the SBTB. It's the San Bernardino Tuberculosis Hospital. So you send them a resume, and by the end of the week, you have received contact in return saying, yes, we would be interested in setting up a meeting. When is best for you?
Would set up one for following evening.
Okay. So we will deal with that. So they send you that at the end of the 5 days. So it's now the next day, or the next night rather. You respond, put it in the mail. So it'll be tomorrow. So today, or tonight rather. What?
Nothing. I'm shutting up.
Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, we found a historical TB hospital.
Oh, did we? Where?
In Van Nuys, so it is kind of. Hang on, I'll show you. It is like here.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, that is so cool.
It's
That's
where?
good.
Sorry, ping it again.
Hang on, I'm just checking. Let me make sure that is correct. Yeah,
West
it is
suburban,
like
I think.
here.
Where?
I'll do it here.
I'm not seeing a ping is the problem.
This
You see there.
Nope, not seeing it.
still
Draw
pinging.
on it. Just
By Glendale.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a big old smiley face. Yeep, yeep, yeep. Right here.
That
Sorry,
is not a
that's-
smiley.
That was not a
Not a
smiley face, but
smile.
It was.
Take a bunch of
Glendale.
squiggles.
Look southeast of Glendale. Still good!
Okay. I'm not seeing it, but that's fine. Whatever. I just need to refresh.
so that would be fairly close.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
That's actually
according to the legend here, it's like maybe 8 miles at maximum away.
Wow.
so not a half hour, more like 10, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Conveniently located. Okay, so yes. So we've got that. So at the beginning of night 6, Gianna wakes up. And I need res checks from everybody.
3?
1.
Just 1. Okay. Oh, right. It's the.
Nice.
Hey,
Okay.
that might be the first one I've succeeded at.
So, Eddie, by the way, how much hunger are you at?
I should be at 3 now
Okay.
because the blood sausage fed me 1.
Yep.
That brought me down to 1. Sleeping again, and now sleeping again.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, so you're starting to really feel it right now. You're not, I don't think you're quite to the point of really being screwed, but yeah, you're not great. Okay, so it is the beginning of the evening. You all wake up in your rooms. Throck's vaping is quite loud.
Oh, sorry. I will mute myself. I thought I was.
What do you guys want to do? I'll start with Ivan this time.
So our ductus is awake now?
Yeah, I suppose. Let me start with Gianna. Gianna, you're awake. You don't know how long you were not awake for. You're not where your memory cuts out. Your memory cuts out still outside in the parking lot.
Yeah, guys, where would you have put me for 5 days? Where am I waking up?
Just like in a tree or something. No. probably in one of the probably just in the room with all the like victims.
I'm pretty sure we moved her back, didn't we, into the chapel?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys moved me back.
Well, we'd have to.
I think we probably would have kept her by the, the blood supply.
The food, yeah, just in case.
Okay. Huh.
Well,
different.
If
Oh yeah, so you wake up and see that.
yeah, I would be around, possibly even like in the corner of that room, because I'm very interested in getting all the like official stuff for the ductus complete. So I have been sleeping in the side, like over near the wall in that room, but I'll still be asleep probably.
Isaac. Tap, tap, tap.
Yes.
So, what happened?
What do you think happened?
Well, the last thing I remember is Eddie running at me. So.
Yeah. You were dragged back.
Well, that's good.
You won.
All right. How many? Do I even think it's like been a lot of time? Like, do I know that I'm off?
I mean, you definitely know that it's not immediate.
Okay.
Passing out's never great.
Yeah. How long have I been asleep?
5 days.
Well, it's not that bad. What all have you been doing? Looking other that.
We've been cleaning up, getting a lay of the land, and waiting for you.
Well, good. All right. I suppose we should all get together then, shouldn't we? I go start looking for everybody else.
I'll go out. I'll like yell for everybody. We need to go to the chapel.
All right.
Okay.
And now back to Ivan.
Let's see. So, calls us. Excellent. And Ivan is going to go to the chapel and start preparing for a Valdery.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to sort of generally step back and let you run that as you would like to. Let me know if you need a rules thing.
Will do. Let's see. So, I guess everybody's coming into the chapel?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ivan, do you need my cup?
But at this point, he would have gotten his own cup brought.
Okay. Oh, good.
In his possessions.
Oh, I'll need to get Sebastian to get mine from the station. Huh.
Yeah,
Right
I don't know if my character knows this, but I believe we should be doing a bloodbath.
A what?
No.
To
higher
induct
level.
a leader. That's what it's for, I believe. Without a bloodbath, title is just a word. A leader has not undergone the bloodbath ritual, is no leader at all. But I don't care, and my character probably doesn't know that. But
So I am gonna do a little bit of a rules thing. Chill it with the reading stuff. Let the person who knows that thing say that thing.
Right then.
All right, Ivan. What should we do?
Well, let me see. One, welcome to our new ductus.
Welcome back. I hope you meet. Thank you.
We must celebrate the occasion with of Aldery.
All right.
So everyone, I will begin, and slices his wrist and pours the blood, passes it over to Gianna now.
She will cut as well and pass it to Isaac.
With a bite on my wrist, I'll pour in my supply and hand it off to Eddie.
Drain it with my knife. Cut the vein. Drain my blood into the cup and hand it to Roxy.
Oh, actually, how did I walk here?
Are you missing a leg?
Your leg is back.
Oh, okay, good. Just double check.
Your leg and hand are both back.
Thanks.
I will hold my hand out for both the cup and your knife. Eddie. I will take it and I will pour it in.
All right.
Before we begin, piece of business. Ductus.
What have you all been doing during the week? I see there's construction outside, something going on here. Where do we stand?
So I was trying to look for possible Camarilla within the city, signs for them, but this is different than a war zone. It's harder for me to read it. It's harder for me to tell of enemy locations. They are crafty and they're clever, and this is a city designed for them. So I have not been able to locate any as of yet.
We'll have to look at how the city rose up. Some historical aspects might give us a better hint at what their involvement was in and might give us a better place to start. But it's good that you went looking. Maybe they were clumsy somewhere and you might have caught them at it.
Hopefully.
So I probably wouldn't know anything, but did anything stand out to us when I went out?
Zed?
Any points of interest? I don't know what I'm looking for, but did anything?
So there, I mean, it's LA. There's lots of stuff is the thing.
Okay.
Like nothing stands out to you as being significantly more important than anything else yet, because you don't really know what you're looking for.
No, not at all. Okay.
So the construction that's going on here then, what is the plan there?
To strengthen our haven, to give us a way to access additional food supplies as needed, and a place to disappear things and vampires and mortals. A place to work.
Okay, and that is, what, are we building on the back, or are we adding secret rooms, or what?
Very perceptive, Ductus. Yes, we are going to build additional rooms to make this a more inviting place for mortals to come.
And where will we?
Sorry.
We are building out additional space in a basement.
To
utilize.
Basements are good. Easier than lots of curtains. Wonderful. Has anyone else been reaching out into the city, finding anything, or are we still establishing our safety first?
I have an appointment with a hospital tomorrow evening.
To continue your work, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
Good. We should always grow as individuals. We benefit a pack for that reason, and brings their own strengths. So please make sure each of you are taking time to improve just yourself and not only our goal. Remember that whatever you do personally will influence how we do overall. It doesn't matter what else we do. I think with that, at least catches me up. I think we'll have more planning after that to do, but may we dive in.
To the ritual. You'll hold up the goblet. Tenebrae pater noster, quies nobiscum, sanctificator nomen tuum, observa hoc sacramento, nostra devotio, pro cubis tibio topis, testem profet Claudio, quia potestas et gloria in Cain. Amen.
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 And takes a drink and passes it to Gianna.
Zed,
Yeah.
I want to make a note that I put in extra, and I'm going to be taking extra out.
Okay.
Like more than normal.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Here's what I'm going to say, though. Ivan, because
Yes.
it doesn't work quite the way you quite the
What
way,
I remember.
right.
Okay.
So, Ivan, my question to you is, actually, can you make a... Hang on one sec, and I'll tell you the roll. I need for you to make awareness and wits. Wits and awareness. Awareness and wits.
Awareness and wits. 3.
Okay, you do notice that Gianna is flooding it a bit. Do you
This
say
is
anything?
before this all happened?
This is so as you guys are putting blood into the cup.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you notice.
Then yes, he would say, Gianna, oh, you only need enough for each other. Not that much, thank you.
And then
It was.
oh, sorry, no.
It was how I was taught. I will keep that in mind, though.
Did you proceed to continue doing so?
I mean, she would have left in what she did. Like at least one
So-
point extra.
He would dump it out and start again.
Oh.
Gross.
Okay.
You just ruined the floor.
Okay.
It is to be done right or not at all.
Because you guys won't be getting that blood back, I will need everyone to make a rouse check.
No, that would only have been Ivan and
That would have been the two of us.
Gianna.
Okay.
Right, because we hadn't done it yet.
Okay, then just you two.
Ooh, hungry.
Okay. So
That makes sense.
yeah. Lick up your shame. Okay.
No.
So you start over and then it progresses as it did, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So everyone drinks. Does anyone do anything special or shall we go to the rolls?
Rose.
Bond.
Yeah.
So, with your vinculum rating charts open on your character sheets, we're gonna do the same system as last time. I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster than before. So just pay attention, please, to which person I'm calling out.
Just before we start, it's a D10, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
slash roll 1d10. So I want everyone to roll for Ivan. Okay, so Isaac, that means you gain 3, correct?
Because I gain an additional one every time, so a total of 3 is gained.
Gianna, you gain 1, and then oh, okay, and then Eddie, you lose 1 if you have 1 to lose, and
This
then
is towards Ivan.
yeah, towards Ivan, and then Roxy, you don't gain or lose.
Okay.
Okay. This next one is towards Gianna. I'm waiting for one more. I'm waiting for Eddie. There we go. Okay, Ivan, you don't gain. Isaac, you gain 2. Roxy, you gain 1. And Eddie, you gain 1.
This was towards Gianna?
Towards Gianna.
Okay.
And then, hang on. Because OBS says we can't have nice things. Okay, there we go. All right, and now the next one is for Eddie. Okay, so Ivan gains 1, Isaac gains 2, Gianna gains 1, Roxy loses 1 if she has 1 to lose.
Next one should be for Roxy.
Correct. Aw.
Nobody likes me.
I do.
Last one
Yeah,
is Isaac.
Gianna gains 1, and no one else gains. And then the last one is towards Isaac. So Eddie gains 1. Ivan gains 1. Yep. And the other 2 do not. Okay. So there you go. So we have successfully completed our Voldere. And so at this point, I'm gonna say, because we've got 10 minutes left in our normal runtime. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna pause here for the day, and then next game we're gonna come in on. I'm gonna say we're gonna start the following night, with Ivan's interview.
Okay.
Unless we'd like to. Yeah.
Would I be able to put in some influence stuff that I want to be doing now that I'm awake?
Yeah, so I'm going to give you guys, like, you're going to give me, like, downtime stuff over, like, what you would like to be doing in the background. And that you'll handle on Discord. Now, the other option is we do Ivan's interview now, and then we just start next game fresh.
I feel like Ivan's interview next game will actually be really interesting to start us off. I don't know, but that's...
Honestly, I mean, it shouldn't be all that.
All right, let's do Ivan's interview. That's fine.
Yeah, let's just get it out of the way so we can be fresh on the next.
So Ivan, the next night, things go by pretty smoothly. They arrange to meet with you in the evening. They're a little confused by it, but they do it. Where do you have them meet? Do you go there, or do you bring them to the hotel? Or
Oh, I go there, of course.
Okay. How do you dress for the occasion?
Dresses well. Let's see, I think the most important thing would be that his shirts have surgeon's cuffs.
Okay. And then are you... Oh, sorry, continue.
Yeah, but otherwise, dressing very well like a well-respected doctor would.
Okay. And then just a real quick question. What's your inhumanity?
4.
4. Okay, so you are... Okay. Will you use Blush of Life?
Yes.
Okay, it requires 2 rouse checks.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
And it's going to eat before leaving.
Well, so Blush of Life, I don't think it lasts the entire night. I think it only lasts for a scene. So you're going to be down those... It lasts the whole night?
Oh.
Man, they made that way better. Okay. All right, fine. That's super cheesy. I don't know that I like it, but so because now what you could do is you could like use your blusher of life and then eat and then go out for the night, which I think is a little bit meh. But yeah, I don't know. We may discuss that. But for this game, it definitely works. So you go and you're looking mostly humanish. They invite you inside. You are speaking to the chief of medicine at the hospital, who is an older gentleman. He has a white beard, short shaven, with a short cut hair around a bald head. He looks learned. He introduces himself as Dr. Calvin and says, "Yes, please, come this way. I've read your resume with great interest. I'm particularly interested in your work in New York and would love to know more. And yes, please."
Thank you, Dr. Calvin.
Tell me a bit about yourself, sir.
Yes, I initially studied in Russia, as I'm sure is rather obvious. I am of late I have done work all over Europe, Vienna, Paris, London, and then New York, until deciding I needed a bit of a change of scenery.
I apologize for being a terrible host, by the way. Would you like a whiskey, vodka, cigarette?
A cigarette would be delightful, thank you.
Absolutely. And he opens his desk box and pulls out two. He has this like massive table lighter. He lights one, hands you the lighter and the other cigarette.
Likes a cigarette.
Okay. So in New York, you were working with primarily an underprivileged population, shall we say?
Yes. I found out that's where my talents were most needed at the time.
We have
New York is an interesting melting pot.
We have a fairly similar population of need here. So I'm curious to know what are some of the methods that you choose when dealing with people for whom hygiene or nourishment are perhaps matters of less concern.
Well, with those kind of cases, it depends on the extent of their tuberculosis damage. Are we looking at treatment that is quick? Are we looking at more palliative care? It all depends on the individual patient. Although, of course, this is also dependent upon the conduct you wish to impose as an administration as well.
I see. We're looking at increasing our community outreach efforts. We're finding that some of the issue that we have is that people are somewhat reticent to come see a doctor. They let their cases go too long, loved ones, family members. They keep them in houses. They don't send them for proper treatment, and so the threat spreads. So we're looking for someone who might be trustworthy enough to venture out amongst the people, the common folk, and attempt to, if not bring them to us, then hopefully at least educate them a bit in what the issues are.
I can imagine this is even more important with the military presence here. The last thing the war effort needs is for infection to take hold there.
Well, and so of course the issue here is that we're getting our good boys from the Navy, say, they come in off a ship, they go, they spend their wages, and they're coming back carrying more than they went ashore with, if you know what I mean.
Yes, indeed. I do have experience going into the population, not just in the tuberculosis ward itself. So yes, this is a thing I do have experience with.
Is it something you'd be interested in?
It is something that we could absolutely discuss. What we would, of course, need to talk compensation. I would need to see facilities and resources as well.
Yes. Let me show you around. And he shows you the place. It's middle upper scale. It's not the best you could imagine, but they do have everything to be competent and then some. It's pretty well staffed. Even at night, there's quite a few nurses and a few doctors on call. There's a fairly large ward for those who are infected but potentially curable, and a somewhat smaller ward for people whose condition is likely critical. There is a morgue as well as like a cafeteria area and grounds on which people can go outside, things like that.
Excellent. Would I be able to take a look at a few charts?
Well, I mean, technically you're not supposed to unless you're actually an employee, but I don't really see who's here to complain, so sure. He'll let you take a look at a couple. What do you want to see?
Is that the ST asking or the doctor asking?
The doctor.
Okay. And he's like taking a chart and looking through it. I'm familiarizing myself with your type of care, the way that your system prefers it. That way we can make the best synergy between my personal style and the style of the facility.
Of course. Give me... I'm going to make you roll a thing. I just got to figure out the thing to roll, because all the words got changed. I would like intelligence plus the better of either medicine or academics.
Do I get any bonuses for having more points? Let's say for having 3 points in academics?
Well, no, I just want you to roll whichever one is better. If they're even, then it doesn't really matter. It's just two different ways of going about the same process. Okay. So he shows you a couple of charts. You notice, yeah, you got enough. You can tell that for the Caucasian patients, the notes are better kept. The treatment is slightly higher quality. The patients who are minorities are, and particularly those who are, say, indigent, are spotty at best. Their treatment is not even.
He would also like to start looking for something specific.
What?
Actually, no, not yet.
Okay.
Excellent. Perhaps I could look over some more historical charts as well.
Well, that would require us to go into the vault area. We have the records on stacks, you see, but what exactly are you trying to find?
Again, as I said, finding exactly the best way to best serve the population that is most deserving.
Well, I can tell you that we treat all kinds here. Yes, well, give me you're going to need to persuade him a little bit, because you haven't said yes to the job, so he's a little bit resistant.
Well, in that case, before that...
Well...
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say before nothing, because
right.
we're doing it real time. So give me manipulation And persuasion. Okay. 1 is enough in this particular case. Because, like, he likes you, and he likes what you just said about, the right kind. But he, you just need a little bit of pushing. So, yes, this should be fun. Yes, please, come this way. He'll take you...
I also realize I'm perhaps getting ahead of myself. This seems fascinating, and I think I would be very interested in the job.
Oh, excellent. Well, fantastic. Oh, hey, thank you, Katie Quixotic. Woohoo!
Thank you.
Welcome to the party. We're wrapping up a little bit, but this is pretty sweet. We're doing a Samisi job interview at a hospital right now.
So fun.
Here comes the fun part.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, kind of doctor, yeah.
So he takes you down some concrete stairs into a basement where you see these big shelves that are on, like the steering wheel kind of system, right? Where you can roll them around on tracks. Yeah. He says, "All right. Well, what would you like to see?"
Let me see. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I can familiarize myself with the system. And then I shall meet you back in your office in, say, 30 minutes?
Excellent, yes. Go to town. Have fun. I dub thee, sir, hired at this facility. All right. Yes. And pleased with himself, he will leave you to your devices.
Perfect. He's going to look for the Angel of Mercy. He's going to see if there's an Angel of Mercy in this hospital.
Okay.
Because there's good odds.
Yeah. So actually...
What?
Angel of Mercy?
People who let critical... often nurses who allow those in critical condition to pass. They cease...
Usually with assistance.
Yeah.
Rather than letting them suffer? That being the idea?
Yeah.
That or they like playing God.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're paid for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. They went on a date with a goth dad and dream daddy. So now they're coming here.
Makes sense.
All right. So
may we remind people that there is a gore warning and some horror warnings going on here?
I think you just did.
There's a Samisi in a hospital.
Yeah, just saying.
Okay, so give me
be quiet now, bye.
intelligence, and so the same roll as last time, basically.
Okay.
Okay. There are a couple, actually. There's one doctor and 2 nurses. All 3 of whom seem to, at various different times, and they don't always, it's not like coordinated efforts necessarily, so much as it's just a pattern that seems to develop where people who have critical cases tend not to make it very long after their diagnosis. You note that there's a lot of people who they're diagnosed as being terminally ill, and then within a matter of days they've often passed. However, the rates again are significantly higher in the minority populations.
And in 3 cases. Or 3 specific people.
Yeah, you can kind of track on the charts, depending on how long you sit there staring at it, that there are 3 different people for whom this seems to be a pretty common occurrence.
That's all he needed.
Okay. We'll say it takes you about 45 minutes. It's a little bit longer than what you're originally looking for, but okay. you found so much that you had to keep tracking it.
Excellent. Then he is going to go back to the office.
Yes. Mr. I'm so sorry. I seem to have forgotten your last name.
Kukushkin.
Cushy. Yes, absolutely. Dr. Cush. So,
Ivan works as well, if it's easier.
Dr. Ivan. Yes, I can do that. So, did you find what you were looking for?
Absolutely. I believe this is the perfect facility I could have come to.
Excellent. Excellent. Is there anything else that we can do for you?
Not presently. I will make some rounds, perhaps?
Please do. Please do. So you will be our lead on the night shift, effective immediately if you like. We'll get you started with your community outreach programs, hopefully 2 weeks' time? Or sooner if you think you can.
I think 2 weeks could be a good start for a lead up. If it goes faster, we can make that work.
Excellent, excellent. And don't forget, you don't need to come in every single day. Where a lot of these people, not a lot of changes. Do you have a phone number where we could call you?
Yes, I have lodgings at this number, and takes out a business card and slides it.
You have business cards already made?
Oh, no, good point. I would not have done that yet. Let me see. Yes, and would take out a notebook and write down the number for the hotel.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. He takes it and sets it in a card catalog. And then, or no, he doesn't set it in a card catalog. He actually says, Diane, come in here. And the secretary comes in and hands it to his secretary, and then she takes it up. All right, well, he stands up and gives you a hearty handshake. Says, look forward to working together.
As do I.
Okay. And with that, I think we're going to end, unless there's anything else that people are looking to do.
Nothing that can't wait until next session.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to make a general note, like with the influences that everybody was doing, like my money, my resources, I want to put into improving the physical rooms that people will be staying in. So like bedding, upgrading carpets, repairs, like the actual physical facade of things. Though the one thing I'm going to make sure is that in every single room, there is a decorative pillow that is pink.
Aw.
Aw.
Yeah. Nice.
Also, thank you, Kitsune Queen Danny. There we go. All right.
Thank you.
Sounds perfect. Sounds great. So with that, let's do a little wrap up. So I want to go around and do as we do. I'd like everyone to give me a plus, a minus, and remind the peoples where they can find you when you are not here, being awful, evil Sabbat types. And also don't forget your roleplay nomination if you have one. So let's go ahead and start with Shogun, who was pretty rocking today.
Okay. I am Shogun. I'm Shogun117 on Twitter, and I run the Mimic Knights game, the Shadowrun New Atlantis game, and I play in the Pokemon game. All of the schedules are down below. And I think that Gianna did really good trying to I don't know, sticking through, even though it was situations that were not in her favor, and stuck through it anyway and beat through it and won anyway. I think Gianna did very good.
And do you have an up and a down?
Down-wise, I still just need to get into this groove of this kind of game. It's very different from a lot of other games, and I just need to get in that mindset for it.
Send me a PM. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you with that.
Okay, I think it's mostly on my end, but yeah, okay. Thank you. Pluses, I don't know. I'm just excited that we're getting started. Like we're now starting to kind of grab traction and begin to move forward, and I'm excited for all of that. Everything that we currently have is kind of like temporary solutions. The chapel, the blood bag room, that like it's all temporary, and I'm excited for our progress towards kind of more permanent looking solutions.
I'm excited about that too. Let's go to Roxy.
Okay. I am Amanda, or Roxy in this game. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Jumi of Diamonds. And for my plus and minus, I don't really have a minus this week. I felt really good. I felt so much better and just, I don't know, it's so improved from the last game. So I guess the rules and just getting to learn them more, that will always be it. Yeah, but I had so much fun, and I'm loving the way that it's starting to go and how we're starting to really plot and plan. As for my nomination, it is between Portia and Shogun, because that whole battle out in the sun was fantastic. I think you both deserve a point, honestly, just for, I don't know, just for dueling it out in the sun. That was awesome.
Eddie?
I'm Evan. I am Evan Jennings 64 on Twitter, and I'm also Zombie Love Juice everywhere else.
So gross.
And, yeah, I know. Rock band name, actually. And I pluses. I mean, I love this game. I love what we're doing. I love that though the game has like a lot of like rules for the vampires, we are the exception to that because we're just terrible creatures. And I really like how we have a lot of freedom with what we do. And it's a lot of fun. I loved it. I think role play, I agree. I would definitely give it to either Shogun or Portia, because that was cool. That back and forth was just so awesome, of just both of them just standing in the sun, because they both, one wanted to win, the other one didn't even want to win. He just is so faithful. You know what I mean? So playing up to his role of his worship of his god and such. I think cons. I don't know. I don't have a lot really. I mean, I don't have any. The only thing I had is I had like a bunch of stuff written down that I wanted to ask and do. But I just never got around to it. When you're like, oh, what do you want to do for 5 days? I was like, and I forgot to even look at all the things that I had planned. And I was like, oh shit. But either way, that's probably what he would do in the beginning. So,
okay.
But I just got to remember to like keep on track of what my goals are in the game. But yeah, no, this is awesome. I'm having a great time.
Cool. Gianna.
Hi, I am Portia. I play Gianna in this game. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Mrs. OG Cron. On Instagram, though, add an underscore between the Mrs. and the rest. So my big thing today was, this is a negative that I've noted for myself in any kind of game, when essentially there are times where I get taken out. It's very hard for me to stay that way, RP wise. And so I keep on wanting to like interact. And so I always forget, like, no, you're passed out. Stop talking. So yeah, that's very much a me thing for my negative. Whereas my positive, like, it is phenomenal seeing how everybody is interacting and really seeing how the rules let us kind of do a lot more of those things. Like, yeah, we're still figuring out the exact nature of how they work, but like having mental and physical go against each other and like figuring out how that works, I think it was a really cool thing to see. And just how everybody's interacting within that system. My nomination, I'm going to straight up give it to Shogun, with that bit with, saying like, no, I don't want to win. You better beat me. Like, that really gave me the motivation to go, okay, well, how am I going to do that? Like, how am I going to figure that out? And so that was a really good way to challenge somebody. And I liked that.
I liked it a lot too. I'll talk about it in a little bit. But first, Ivan.
Hey everybody, I am CapCheck, or at Captain J Cross on the Twitters. You can find me all over the place here on Welcome to the Party. But for that, I definitely want to give my recommendation to both Portia and Shogun. That was brilliant between the two of you. Just that whole that fight in the sun was fantastic. And especially again with Shogun, it's being like, no, I don't want to win, but you better take it, because there wasn't going to be any pulling of punches, and that was perfect, just utterly perfect. Good. I mean, I think we're starting definitely good progression on securing our space before we try and raid the Camarilla and take them down. And that's definitely important to protect the home front before you try and storm somewhere else. As far as negatives, probably pacing a little bit, because now we're kind of running into the other streams a little bit, I guess, as far as like what's happening on nights. So I think we need to just get better about our pacing. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, as far as the pacing stuff goes, we'll get better at that as we go and kind of see what it actually needs to be. I don't necessarily I don't ever want to be in a position where it seems like we're rushing through what might otherwise be a cool scene just to meet some artificial deadline. I would always rather have a sweet scene play out sweetly, because that's really what we're here for. So I'll sort of, I think there are some ideas, and we'll work it all out as we go. So Throck, or Disembodied Voice, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I thought it was good. And I would agree that I think that the time can be as fudged as we need to fudge it to make things happen, right? Stuff can exist in kind of a time-based end space wherein major events will happen that focuses everyone's attention down, but otherwise, do your thing. I think you guys were great tonight. The Sun Battle was awesome. I thought Portia was gonna. I thought Miss OG Crown Con, because your name's not actually on the thing. Gianna was gonna die. Thought so. One more egg, and that was gonna be it for our Lasombra and a session 2 vampire kill. That's pretty crazy. The only thing the Disembodied Voice wants to say otherwise is remember that if you enjoyed what you saw today, there are both 2 more games and 2 sets of rules down below, one for Sabbat and one for Camarilla. I think we're actually going to need to update the Sabbat for lengths of torpor based on your inhumanity, because torpor length is keyed to humanity, and so we need to actually add that in, which was an oversight. And then everything you want to know about Camarilla, you can find in the Camarilla guidebook over there. Anything that you don't find there, Death by Mage, if you could link the great repository of all things vampire related that is being hosted upon Death by Mage's blog, that is where we are hosting all the cool stuff. And last but not least, do not forget 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the Anarch game returns, as they just had a bit of a problem with some TNT on an army base, and it could go bad places. And 8 p.m. on Wednesday is the Camarilla game, and they have some problems where one of their members just frenzied on an elder, and so we'll see how that turns out. And so all sorts of stuff is happening across the Crusade of Thorns verse at the moment for you to check in on. And I hope you will take some time and check it out. And remember, the Anarch game is on our great partner, Soul Bear RPG, on Tuesdays. That is the next game we have, 8:30, Soul Bear RPG. Check it out. Anarch, Crusade of Thorns. Noir it hard.
Also our sponsors.
Oh, yeah. Today's show was brought to you by So Nerdware Games. So Nerdware Games, great nerdy gaming apparel, including an entire line of Welcome to the Party apparel. And you can get 10% off any purchase there with the use of a welcome as your code. Welcome. Use welcome to get 10% off any purchase at So Nerdware. And you can click on their link right down below where it says proudly sponsored by. We are also proudly sponsored by Devin Rue, only the best in fantasy cartography, and Tabletop Loot, your one-stop shop for all your dice needs. Thank you all so much for hanging out today.
Well, and don't forget that a Crusade of Thorns has t-shirts too. I'm so excited.
We do. We have Crusade of Thorns t-shirts. I'm going to get one.
I won't be happy until I can get a t-shirt with my own face on it.
Oh my goodness.
Just like,
the key to happiness.
Plus our wonderful campaign for donations, Rainbow Railroad. Don't forget about being able to assist the LGBT plus community in being able to find a safe place in the world for them to live. There are places still in the world where people cannot live the life that they are wanting to live. because of laws and culture and all these other things. So Rainbow Railroad helps those people to get out into the world, find safe places, and survive and be themselves. So we have a donation down in the box below, so feel free.
And so finally, my pluses and minuses and such. First off, I am Zed, at ZX on Twitter, ZEDECXZ. It's also on the overlay there that you can see. And additionally, I run the new to the party D&D 5e homebrew campaign here on Welcome Party RPG. That's on Mondays from 6 to 9. Our last episode of the season is going to be this Monday, actually, and then we'll be taking a break until after Vampire's done. So there's one more big fight against the big baddie, and they all leveled up and got their Power Ranger colors. So it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Finally, pluses and minuses for me, I really dug. I mean, I dug all of it. I got to be honest. I liked every single minute of it. I think you guys are really inhabiting your characters well. I'm loving the intensity coming off of Shogun. Like Isaac he's so fucking intense always. And so I really like that. I like Eddie's sort of I don't give a fuck ishness. Just like, I'm here to do things and stuff and whatever, guys, you're weird. I'm loving Roxy's
See you, Jack.
Later, Jack.
See ya.
He got to run. You know, we'll catch him up. I am loving Roxy's just sort of like, hey, hooray, this is all awesome. I'm completely interested in everything that's occurring right now, and holy shit.
Like, I want to know the face she was making, like watching that the whole time and just being like, ooh.
Oh no, and like wide-eyed, like clapping.
Yeah. Really digging the hell out of... Okay. Really digging the hell out of everything. So, that's my plus, is that you guys are all inhabiting your characters brilliantly. Really loving Ivan. I feel like as him in the priest role is like a fantastic anchor, I think, for the group. And then and I didn't praise Gianna, which I think that the sort of the class coupled with the pomp, like a little bit of pompousness coming on, is really working. Like, I kind of hate you, which is good. So yeah, digging all of it. My only negative is my current inexperience with 5e rules, so I keep having to look up stuff, but you know, that'll get smoother as time goes by. And so XP, everyone gets 4 except for Gianna and Isaac, who each get 5.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
And so, with that, we end, and we're going to go and spread the love. We're going to raid Power Score RPG, and I'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Saturdays at
Bye.
noon Eastern Standard. Bye.
Bye. Gotta add my XP.
And I'm ending the... Hang on.